It's all about the six missing Special Olympian delegates. That was a mouthful for her. All right, get the incense lit here. Now, this whole story began to unfold on Monday afternoon. And Monday was just the 6th, and today we're on the 8th. It's Wednesday. All right. Okay, so Sunday morning, which was June the 5th of 2022, over there in Florida, the Special Olympics got started. So, if you're not sure what the Special Olympics is, it is Olympics for people who have physical or mental challenges, for them to compete, just like everybody else competes. But on this certain episode of the Special Olympics, there were six men here from Haiti that they were representing Haiti, and they were, they were at the Special Olympics. And they were all staying at the ESPN Worldwide Sports Complex, which is in Kissimmee, Florida, out there at Disney World. But on Monday, they checked out of their rooms, they turned in their hotel keys, but they left all of their personal belongings, and I do mean all of them. The clothes, the phones, the, any, I guess you can say sports equipment that they would have had, all of that was left in the room. But the men were gone, all six of them. So, spirit guides, holy angels, and ancestors, gather around because we're going to the Special Olympics in Florida. We want to go to the zip code of 34744, and we want to be in Kissimmee, Florida, and we want to be there on the date of June the 5th of 2022. That was just the Monday that just passed, and we're looking for six individuals. They are between the ages of 18 and 32. All right, just want two more. The people we're looking for are between the ages of 18 and 32. Their names are as follows. Anton, who's 32. I'm not going to say their last names because it's they're foreign last names, and I'm just going to butcher them. So we're going to say their first names and how old they are. Okay, so six people are missing. Antoine is 32. Nicholson is 18. Peter is 19. Anderson is 18. Stevenson is, all right, we got our four. Stevenson is 24. And the last one, Oreo, is 18. All right, now this is quite a bit. I'm going to take the top and the bottom one. And we have our four to get started. Now, if the cards fall to the floor, I only take the ones that fall face down. And if too many come out like just now, I take the top and the bottom. And we're probably going to use all these decks in this basket to clarify. Because we haven't had a real mystery. I feel like I haven't had a real mystery. All right. I'm going to try to stay in there, and hopefully my internet doesn't keep clicking out. All right. So the first card that came was the Eight of Wands card. And like I said, they were here in Florida. So, it's a lot of beach activity going on. And there's six of them all together. But this card, what they're pointing out to me is all of the different guns. Even this man holding the gun in his lap right here. Is that the people who are responsible for their disappearance were actually using weapons. They had guns. So they were taking at gunpoint. Let me wipe this off just to make sure. All right, I thought I saw a smudge. Okay, so the first card is the Nine of Wands, indicating that they were taken by gunpoint. The next card up is the Nine of Swords, so that's two nines. They're being held in like a cage, in like cages or some type. You see the way this man is here? It still looks like it's a smudge on there. But these little bars right here, they're not actually bars. They're part of like some crossbow things. But the way they're showing it to me is bars, like somebody looking through a chain link fence. So this here is like a chain link fence activity down there. So that's good. They're alive. They're just in some sort of a cage. All right. The last card up is the Knight of Swords. The only thing they're pointing out is this billboard in the background right here. It's a billboard right there. It says 19 miles on it, but this has nothing to do with like billboards or 19 miles. To me, it's giving me a feeling of they saw a sign or something was advertised and they went to go see about it. It's like if you see like something you really, really like tarot cards. I'm really into tarot cards. It's like if I seen the advertisement one day of somebody saying like, we have these rare tarot cards and they're only 75 cents a piece. So it's like, yeah, I would like to see what kind of cards they got over there. So that's the intense feeling that they're giving me, is that they saw a sign or a flyer of something advertised and they were enticed to go see what it was. Oh, that's interesting. We're definitely going to find out what was on that flyer. All right, and the last card that came out in the beginning is the Chariot card. And even though this is a tank on this card, and in the background I heard them saying that you don't have a bus. Like, I guess I don't. If I look pretty hard, it might be a card on one of these decks that have a bus, but they're saying this is the closest they can get to a bus, and it's like a tank. So I'm guessing we could be looking at something like a van. They were maybe all transported all at once in like a van. It wasn't a S2UV, because they're saying they were trying to get close to a bus, something that looks like a bus. And this is what they came up with, a tank. All right, so they were transported together. They saw advertisement. We have a cage, and we have men with guns that took them. So let's ask about the men with the guns first. Let's see if we can't find out who they worked for, where they went back to. All right, now to get into that, we're gonna use the Beauty of Horror deck. All right, Spirit. Now, as you know, we are in Kissimmee, Florida, and the day's date is Monday. It's Monday, June the 6th of 2022. We are between the hours of 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. We're in the zip code of 34744 in Ocala County in Kissimmee, Florida. 6 Haitians have went missing altogether. They were here. Oh, all right. They're talking quick. They were here on Special Olympics. All right, so the cards that came out, I'm asking about the men with the guns. The card that came out is the World and the Eight of Wands. Now, Eight of Wands is quick activity, something happening real fast. All right, now these men showing up with guns were so unexpected. They did never think in a million years something like this could happen at the Special Olympics. For Christ's sakes, we're practically at Disney World right now. So just like those men with guns showed up unexpectedly, so does the leaves on these wands. Like, these sticks are not connected to the ground. There's not absolutely one reason why these wands should be growing anything. They're no longer attached to the tree. So these wands actually having green leaves on them, when you see them up in the air flying, like, they're not attached to the ground. They don't have roots. They're not supposed to be growing anything. That's how these men with the guns felt towards them. Like, they felt like they weren't supposed to be here. Like, we're not even in Africa right now. Like, what's going on with this hostility and the rage? So they were real out of place. No one expected them to be there like that with those guns. Wow. I guess it'd be like walking into your bedroom one day and it's like a sea lion in there. All right. So the next card that came out on the men with the guns is the World card. The World card is some sort of completion. It's actually the very last card in the major arcana. We have to ask more about this card. Because the only thing that seems kind of like strange to me on this card is in her hand, she's holding 2 wands. Like she's holding two sticks. And that would be normal if this is like the two of wands card, but it's not. So what are they? What is the stuff in her hand? Why is it there? This could be kind of telling me that these men had two different jobs. Like maybe they really did work for the sports complex. But who were they? All right, I gotta ask about this. I have to call in the lifeline. I want to know what's this world card have to do with the men with guns, and what are the two objects in their hands? I mean, by all means, it could be two guns, but I would just prefer to ask. All right, Spirit, you've shown me on the afternoon of Monday, June the 6th of 2022, we were in Kissimmee, Florida, in Ocala County. We had the 6 Haitian Olympians. They just went missing. Some men with guns showed up unexpectedly. And these men were doing two different things there. You shown me a person with two very different wands or weapons in their hand. Oh, all right. So what came out when I'm asking about the two different wands is the Judgment card. Judgment card is significant of somebody coming back around or somebody coming back in your life. But these guys kind of look like they have on uniforms. Like, see these 3 men right here? They all have on the same kind of clothes. They have on uniforms. Maybe it's just signifying that they came back after work. All right. I want to ask one more question about the men with the guns, and then we're going to move on to try to find out where the cage is at. All right, Spirit. We're asking questions about the men with guns that took the 6 Haitians on Monday, June the 6th of 2022 in Kissimmee, Florida, in the zip code of 34744. With 6 people, they went missing all together. There were men there with guns. What can you tell me about the men that were wielding the guns? All right. See what it says. Ooh, it's 2. It's a twofer. All right. What came out is good transformation and a caring mother. Ooh, a woman. Oh. Oh, that is special. All right, so we have a woman on the scene, y'all. And she's very caring, very nurturing. I guess, like, they're giving me the feeling of this woman is like, you know how you go visit someplace and they'll show you around. Like, we can go pop right over there because it's a place over there that does like 2 for 1 drinks, and then we can come back over here and da-da-da. It was a very, very helpful woman. A little too helpful. And they saw her as a good thing, a good transformation. Like maybe somebody that's not connected to the Olympics, they can let their hair down a little bit. It's a woman, maybe she knows where other women are. All right, let's move on to the cage. This card, the one that has like the chain link fence details on it. And to do that, we're going to use the Omega Land Tarot. All right, Spirit, and I'm glad you showed me that none of these men have been in. As of right now, everyone is still alive, and they have all their fingers, toes, and eyeballs. Everyone's alive, but they're in a cage. Now, we don't have to stay in the zip code of 34744 because who keeps their captive in the zip code they kidnapped them from? So you can move around out of that zip code, but I do want you to stay within the date of June the 5th. So move out of the zip code, but stay in the date. And I wanted to know, what can you tell me about the place where these 6 Haitians are being held? Oh, all right. Okay. So what came out? They came out at the same time. First, I'm going to clarify the Eight of Swords. They're showing me the state of, like they're kind of undressed, and there is a little bit of bleeding, but it's only around where the ties are, where they're being tied up. Like, so I guess like around their wrists or however they're being contained. There's a little bit of rubbing there. Or it's superficial. It's superficial. And it's just not a very not a very nice environment. Like, I don't see any food or water or anything like that. Just people half clothed and sitting on the floor. And there's no there's like no bathroom or sink or anything like that. All right, but they're still alive, so that's still, we're still good. They're alive. Okay. The next card that came out, and we gotta think, we're trying to find out where this cage is at. So they showed me this place with these barrels and these doors in the back. See those kind of doors? Those are like those self-storage doors where, you can store it yourself, or, They even had a show, Storage Wars, where you can buy other people's storage lockers and go in there and plummet it. So it's a place like that, or a place that has doors like that. It could also be somewhere with barrels. And I was just thinking that, what are those called? Ports, where you buy the water, like the seaport spot. Cargo ports, like where cargo shipping containers are. They're definitely being held behind metal doors. All right, let's try a little bit more to see if we can't find where this cage is at. Because it's nice that they are still alive, but for how long if no one finds them? All right, Spirit, you're giving me good information on the state of the Haitians. Now, as we discussed before, you don't have to be in that zip code no more, but I do want you to stay on the date of June the 5th of 2022. And we are between the hours of 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. Ooh, something came out. All right. Now, this is the Hermit, and this is, Lord, why you have to talk about the Florida cops like that? Our ancestors be disrespectful sometimes when they be saying stuff. But you see the man with the little, he has like that little magnifying glass in his hand, and he's like looking at pieces of sand on the beach. Like, they're saying that the cops or the detectives, they're not really looking for them. Because why is he here on the beach holding a seashell? Like, this man is supposed to be looking for the missing people, but he's kind of screwing around on the beach. He's not even looking for them. All right, well, let's see if we can't look for him and see if we can't find where the cage is. So let's ask one more time. Spirit, I'm questioning you about the Haitians that went missing in Florida on Monday. They were here for the Special Olympics. Now, out of all 6 of them, only one of them had a challenge. He was intellectually challenged. But the other 5 were able-bodied, and it was nothing wrong with them. All right. Now, this is quite a bit. So we're going to take, this is definitely the bottom because it's all the way over there. And this one's the top. Back to the water again. All right. We're trying to find where the cage is. That was already down there. I have gotten water twice, though. And this is even water, too, on this picture. This is a little stream. Like one of those little streams that you got to step on each rock. They step from rock to rock so you don't get your feet wet. And this temperance is like a little island surrounded by water. So they could very well be close to water. But then everybody in Florida is close to water. That's not really helping us. Okay, so let's see if we can't get a better clue by looking at the advertisement and whatever was advertised to them that they thought was a really good deal. They wanted to go investigate it, check it out. And we know that there was a woman somewhere in this picture. So let's see if she's also involved with the advertisement. And to do that, we're going to use the Tarot in Wonderland. To me, this is just a very strange disappearance because it's not just one person. Like, how do you lose 6 grown men? Don't they have phones? And that is a good point. But the cops and detectives say they left all their phones in their hotel room. Spirit, we're inquiring about the 6 Haitians that went missing out of the 34744 zip code. They were over there at the Wide World of Sports Complex over in Disney World. This is on Monday, June the 5th. They have not been seen since. They have not been seen. There are people that are looking for them or people that are pretending to look for them. Can you tell us maybe where they are or what was on this advertisement? What did they see that made them curious enough to venture out to look at it? Can you tell me what was on this advertisement? All right. All right. So 4 cards came out. I'm going to read all 4 of them. And we're asking about what was advertised. All right. First up is the death card. But they're alive, so we know they're not dead. So this card being the death card, it doesn't have anything to do with the situation. What does have something to do with the situation is the eating and drinking. Like, see, this says, you know the little tags on the story in Alice in Wonderland? Like, my camera is terrible, so you're not going to be able to read it, but this file says drink me, and this one says eat me. Drink me and eat me. So, it was someplace that offered food and drinks. Ooh, this looks like we have a DJ. Go DJ. That's my DJ. All right, so we got food, drinks, and music. I think we may have found a bar or some sort of a concert. And hookah in the background up here. Except they're smoking a hookah. So they went somewhere that had eating, drinking, music, and a hookah. They were lured out by the thoughts of having a good time. Now, the last card that came out, as far as the advertisement is concerned, was the Emperor card. We know the Emperor likes to direct other people on what to do. But this here is, these are, see, they're all different types of people. But they all come, you know, around the Emperor for this one thing. So these are like the other people at the Olympics, the Special Olympics. So maybe on the advertisement, they were telling them that other people from the Special Olympics would be there. Because these are them right here. Well, I guess that could be a good way to get somebody to go somewhere that they've never been before. Be like, yeah, your friends will be there. Everybody's going to meet you over there. We're all coming. All right. So I think we clarified all the beginning cards. Wait, no, we didn't. We still have the closest thing to a bus, that card. Maybe we can find out who was driving the vehicle that drove them away. All right, right here. Let's get you right in the middle. All right. And to do that, I want to use the movie tarot because it has all it's all face cards, and this is the major arcana and the court cards from the movie tarot. And Spirit, we're still inquiring about those 6 Haitians that went missing on Monday out of the zip code of 34744. 6 of them, they went missing all together, all at once. They were between the ages of 18 and 32. They got onto something that was kind of like a bus. Okay. Can you tell me who was driving this vehicle that they got into? Who was driving the bus or the van that they got into? I want to know, maybe he had a special job there at the complex, or he was just like the... All right. Lord, so we got Bruce Lee was driving the bus. Now, what do we know about Bruce Lee? We know he's very, very strong and very patient. But also, he was a very unassuming person. Like, if you just saw Bruce Lee walking down the street and you didn't know anything about him, you would assume that he's harmless. But we both know that nothing could be further from the truth. Bruce Lee is far from harmless. So it was somebody very dangerous that appeared to be harmless that was driving the van. All right. Let's get one more question about the missing Haitians. Because it really is it's a mystery. Like, I don't ever think I would remember a case where 6 grown-ups all went missing that wasn't on the airplane. That's the only time grown-ups go missing in groups, is when the whole plane disappears. Okay, so this is abnormal. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. But it is still new. All right, Spirit, I'm going to ask you one more question about the missing Haitians from Florida. Well, the Haitians that went missing in Florida. Well, Haiti's not that far from Florida, but they didn't go home. Just hush. All right. Can you tell me maybe where they are right now? Where are they at right now? Are they still... All right. I'm almost scared to look. Okay. So the answer to the question of where they are right now is blindfolded. So they don't know where they are. Let's see if I know where they are. This isn't given much of a location at all. I think this card is supposed to, the stuff that she's standing on, it's not water, it's like a glass. It's like a glass floor. All right. Let's go back over into the Omega Land and ask for a clue. Okay. Asking for a clue has never hurt anyone. All right, Spirit, you give me just maybe one more clue as to where the Haitians are right now. And you don't have to stay in that zip code of 34744. All right. Oh, we're good. They're looking. All right. It looks very hard for me now. Can you maybe tell me where the 6 Haitians are that went missing in Florida Monday? Just one little clue. A good clue, though. Not in here? Okay. Let's look over here. This little tiny deck is one of my favorites because it has an extreme amount of images in it. But you have to make sure you have all of the cards. Because I'm one of those readers that I believe once you lose one card out of the deck, the whole deck becomes useless. So you have to have them all. All right. Spirit, we are asking about the Haitians that went missing on Monday, June the 6th. They were over there in Florida for the Special Olympics. They left. They seen some sort of an advertisement for a party or a good time. They left and they have never been seen from since. Can you tell us where they are being held? Where is the cage at? It's 6 of them. Ooh, all right. We got 2 cards that came out. The first one is the 10 of air. No, this is good. I can actually like see I can make out buildings. Now this is strange. They're showing me the rooftop. Like these are all like it's a cityscape and these are rooftops. And you think about it, this man here, one of the first cards that came out was where is it? This card. To where this is a rooftop. Now, do I think they actually on a rooftop? Maybe. Or maybe on the second or third floor of a building. But I still think the clue with the storage doors was a better one. This one, this card, with the storage place in the background. So what do you get when you mix rooftops and a storage place together? It's some sort of a convention center. All right, I guess we'll leave it there. I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, or it might have just been useless, because I don't know if we're any closer to finding these people, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.